it's me again. Welcome to my channel. Today we want to discuss about something in politics, just as usual, as how we do. We discuss here issues there and there that are affecting our country. And I'm here today to talk about something that is actually becoming a concern. We are having a situation whereby someone is just saying that we want to remove Ruto from the presidency, even without telling us whom to replace him with. And some people are actually saying that we just want to, as long as Ruto is out, whoever will sit there, we don't care. That one is a very, very stupid idea that I cannot allow into my mind. That one is only it's only something that can be acted upon by someone who is not actually thinking very straight. Some people are just fighting for their interest and they're dragging other people who are very innocent to this circumstance. You know, in this world or in our country here, Kenya, I have actually come to realize that most of the people, they don't understand anything about politics and leadership in totality. Some they are not aware that some people who are in politics and leadership, they are just there for their own benefits. They don't know that they just think that those people are there for the interest of them or the interest of the rest of the Kenyans, but it's not true. Many leaders are in leadership because of money, because of power, because of just their interest, their growth, their wealth to protect their properties here and there. For a short example, for someone like Uhuru Kenyatta, our former president, he he comes to politics not for money, but just to protect his wealth. The family of Uhuru Kenyatta has a lot of wealth in this country and even outside, it's more. So, for that power to be retained and money and wealth, it needs leadership, it needs power. They know that if they allow someone who is just reckless into that power or that seat of the presidency, he can actually come to make their wealth and even their resources to scramble. So they fight so much using a lot of money and they are ready to invest so much so that they can protect their property. And this happens even in our families here and there. So whenever someone tells you something, think twice because he might just be using you without your knowledge. This is something that you have to think critically by yourself. Okay? So as we are here today, I just want you to be open minded and think about this. We are in a situation whereby Gachagua, the opposition leader in our country at this time, is telling Kenyans that the worst person in this our country is our President William Samuel Ruto. It's the same thing like in a family whereby the mother or the wife in the family is telling the children that your father is the worst. And this happens like most of the time in democratic countries whereby elections are done after some time. I even sympathize with Africans, most of them, because they don't learn from the developed countries. I can see, like in America. In America, they have a democratic rule whereby they also vote after 4 years or so. But I never see the opposition leader after election coming to criticize everything that the president does. We have seen by our eyes whereby Trump, the president of USA, allows war to go on between the Israelites and Iran. Then he also joins into the war that he actually fails. And the opposition does not come in to say that. They only give advice and say that that was not a good idea. But they don't say that Trump is the worst of all because they know that's their father at this time. But for us Kenyans here, we are talking and talking about politics every day, and it is draining our energy. It is draining our energy until it is coming to a point whereby I'm coming to realize that actually somehow dictatorship is somehow a very good idea. And this happens in kingdoms, whereby one ruler decides everything. Then his generation is assured to take the power on, to succeed the power from the king. The sons are assured for taking the power again and again. This allows the people to work without thinking about politics because they are very sure that that power is just from that family, no one else. But in Kenya here, after election, even before a month ends, you will see very many people outside talking everywhere about politics. Politics is draining our country. I have just imagined when we had an evaluation coming up saying that an MP, a simple seat like an MP seat, it can cost up to 50 million Kenyan shillings for someone running for that seat. It can cost him such an amount of money, a big amount of money. Now you can imagine we have like 290, around 290 MPs in Kenya. So if in our next election, which is just in a moment in 2027, let's assume every MP will spend 50 million Kenyan money. Then you will find out that even it has not just ended at that point, because in every constituency we have like people running for that seat. There will be like 2, 3 to 4 people, even 5. So it means when you multiply that number by 2 or 3, you found out that there are around 700 people approximately. So if all those 700 people running for the MP seat in Kenya spend each one averagely 40 million or 30 million Kenyan money, that one will be a huge amount of money. Billions of money that if just put in economic development, it can even build a level 6 referral hospital. That is very, very disappointing to me. Elections which are supposed to be very simple to be conducted, it's now becoming a challenge. Just choosing one person who will lead us. And when now we choose him, after choosing that person to lead us, we come back to criticize his ruling, his leadership. We don't give them time to run so that we can judge them after. I wonder even with some people, because imagine you are in an exam room. Then, being in an exam room, your teacher who taught you, who is examining you, who has put you to that test, is the one making noise for you when you are actually doing the exam. What he's supposed to do is to leave you, just put there an invigilator who will ensure that you are not stealing the exam. And the invigilator in this scenario is actually our law courts, our lawyers in Kenya, the opposition. We should be looking at the leadership. Are they doing the right thing? And if they are not doing the right thing, it's not a good thing to come outside and just talk. Take those things to the law courts, let them be investigated. Then we have the results, if it was true or false. We are having a very big challenge. The president is being accused of squandering monies for projects here and there by Gachagua. We don't know if it's true. And if it's true, why don't Gachagua take those things to let those evidences out to the people so that they can actually go and see if it's true. And if it's true, then we have to know which course to go, which way to go. You cannot be escalating our emotions and then increasing our hatred to our president who is our father, like in our family. Imagine you are a father in a family. Then your children whom you are taking care of have been indoctrinated with false information about you. They are now hating you so much, yet they still want you to provide for them, to protect them, and support them. How will you do that? It is not helpful. We should stop this kind of criticism. We should stop this kind of politics. I am not actually happy about this politics in Kenya. It is going to a scenario whereby we just have to shut down and work. Let's go to work. Let's go to developing our country. We have a lot of work to do. You can see even in agriculture alone, we are importing above 50% of our food. Rice, something we can plant here. Why don't we go to the president and say that we don't want to import rice in Kenya? We want to plant it by ourselves, sell it, get money. We don't want to import maize. Maize, which we can plant, we have a lots of land in Kenya. We can plant maize that can be enough. And then we have a system whereby we can protect the pricing of those things. Whereby the government can have a system where they say they make rules on how you will be selling those kinds of food products so that the farmers can benefit. Sugar. We have to stop importing something like sugar. We can plant enough sugar canes that can serve these our factories and let them be at their limit possible. It is something that's very possible. Let's our engineers who are here. Some of us are letting us down. They are not even doing something in imagine having lived with these small phones for more than 30 years. But in Kenya, I don't know if we have even any factory manufacturing such small phones. Leave alone the smartphones, cars, automobiles, things like something like a bicycle. Tell me why we still import something like a bicycle. A bicycle of all the things. My friends, we have to wake up, we have to do it. We have to develop ourselves. Let us not just be dependent on these developed countries. We are everywhere in this country putting on clothes, clothes from China, shoes from America, and we are happy. Just working, sweating every day to get money, then throw it away to other countries. Look at us now. We have a lot of mutumba in the market. And when now someone comes and says we have to eliminate this mutumba, some people will come and tell you that now this president is now killing you. He want you to walk naked. Is it true? If we just develop our cotton here, we plant our cotton here in Kenya, make some material for cloth making, improve in tailoring, so that we have a lot of people who don't have work. But if we do that, it can create a lot of jobs. Tailoring can be a very good course that can employ a lot of people. Because now when you have materials here in Kenya being manufactured here, we will have some industries that will be using those materials to make clothes that will be very new to sell to people. Then we have to put up rules that will be controlling that. The clothes that are supposed to be imported, we actually specify. And we even tax them so highly so that they come in Kenya in very few amount or very few stocks. We can do it, my friends, if we just decide and work. That's my advice today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Feel free to subscribe, share, and comment. I am